Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the lift with your Auntie Sheila. It's always wonderful to connect with you. I have to tell you that today's message, and we're going to be headed out to the trail momentarily, is perhaps the most consequential video message I've put out in a decade. I'm going to be talking to you and giving you a very specific formula for anyone who is dealing with a debilitating relationship pattern, life pattern, a habit. You're stuck into a spiral and you just want to get out and get on with your life. This is the program for you. Again, get your shoes on. We're headed to the trail in just a second. So often when we feel attacked, when we feel oppressed, that comes into our lives through a lie that we have entertained and we believe, or perhaps one that was thrust on us and we accepted it. We started to agree with that. When we think about a surgeon, when she goes into that surgical suite to do what she needs to do, she's not kind of stumbling and fumbling around. She knows exactly the instruments and the tools to use. That's what I'm giving you today. I'm putting the lie inside of this formula right next to the truth, so you can begin to powerfully deprogram the toxic BS that has taken root. This has lifted my life over the years, worked beautifully for me, and I think it'll do the same for you. Get those shoes on, let's get going, and I'll see you out here on the trail. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the lift with Sheila Robinson Kiss, your Auntie Sheila. It is just phenomenal to be back with you. The weather has been hot. It is a super hot day, but that's not going to stop us. We get ourselves out here. I'd love you to go ahead and make a wish. You got the water well right in front of you. I do want to remind you that hopes and dreams and wishes, they come true every single day. So we cannot stop hoping and wishing. So go ahead and make your wish, and we're going to go ahead and get into today's program. This is a very specific program. I'm going to be talking about breaking up the disempowering cycle of thoughts and beliefs, getting yourself out of those disempowered states. It's such an important program today, and I'll tell you the inspiration behind it. I have received a lot of inquiry, calls, notes, and emails from folks who are describing just disempowering patterns of thought. They're feeling like they're being attacked. It's very difficult. And, let's keep it real. This channel, we really do keep it real. As they say, tell the truth, shame the devil. I am intimately familiar with that level of that energy, that toxic, disempowering energy spirals that can really leave you feeling like, can I get out of this? Where is this coming from? I'm dealing with this in a straight up way today. It's a straight up program, and I'm going to be giving you some specifics on how to get yourself out of these debilitating relationships, thought patterns, spirals, what have you. And this is a program where there are specific things I'm going to be inviting you to do to maximize your results. Now let's get straight into it. If you're a subscriber of the channel, you guys know how I like to do it. I like to cut straight to the chase scene. And so the foundation of this programming is understanding, then deeply knowing that empowerment in its purest forms, because we throw the word around, but we need to stop today to check into what is empowerment from the inside out. Empowerment is connected to the highest energy vibration. And therefore, when we talk about disempowerment, it is connected to a low vibration. And to simplify things, because I don't want anyone to get into overthinking, we could really break this down and say, if it's empowering and it's wonderful, it's good for you. And if it's disempowering, we can just go ahead and say there's a dark, or we're going to say an evil vibrational cord that would be attached to it. So again, to keep things simple, if it's empowering, we're going to go ahead and say there's a good cords of goodness, high vibration. And if it's toxic for you, not producing good fruit, we're going to say that there's an evil vibrational cord that runs through it, just to keep things simple. And if you're in a disempowered state, that means that you have a vibrational cord that is connected to low energy. So again, high vibration, empowerment, low vibration, disempowerment. And the best way to really look at these cords, think about an umbilical cord. When a mother is pregnant with a child, you can look at it as the umbilical cord. It delivers and sustains source energy. As long as that cord is in place, it is delivering, okay, and sustaining the energy source of where it came from. I mean, it makes perfect sense when you look at it in this way. And these cords come through thoughts and intentions. And that really covers the entire spectrum, because life in and of itself is based on thoughts and intentions. And I want you to please understand that the lowest life vibrations, which again we'll refer to as evil, cannot exist in the pure light of truth. This portion of the program, you want to listen to it repeatedly, because this is the core. This is really the core of my message today. Let me come back at that. Please understand that the lowest life vibration, which we refer to as evil, cannot exist in the pure light of truth. So this light of truth is like kryptonite to this form of energy. Again, listen to this part of the program repeatedly. When you invite a low vibration into your life because of your thinking, or a low vibration wants to attract to you, that energy must come through distorted thinking. Say that again. That energy must come through distorted thinking and the thoughts that you accept as true. You got that one? And when this disempowering thought energy becomes true to you because of repetition, okay, because of a faulty belief system, then that cord, that energetic cord, whether it's a low vibration or high vibration, at that time it is securely in place. It requires your thought. It requires your agreement. That's what I want everyone to connect to. You have to agree with this stuff, with this toxic energy. You have to agree to it to begin to live it out. You have to agree to it to then in turn be manipulated by it. You guys, if you've watched my video series on dark influences, you know very well I know exactly what I'm talking about here. Again, I'm intimately familiar with this energy, and my job is to provide life-affirming messages that empower you from the inside out. That's all this channel is about. Now let's go further into it. When you're feeling attacked in your mind or in your life, those attacks come through lies and distortions projected onto us by low vibration energy or evil. Okay? I want to repeat that. When we are feeling attacked in our minds and lives, those attacks come through lies and distortions projected onto us by low vibration energy or evil, or they're created by us by low vibration thoughts. These distortions are almost always hooked to some insecurity that we have or emotional challenge. I'm going to come back to that, but right now we are at the root tree. This is root tree number 1. So I'm going to ask you to make a wish on root tree number 1. Then we're going over to root tree number 2. So I've made my wish. And I have a good feeling it's going to come true. Okay. So a little bit more about this energy coming through emotional challenges or insecurities. That makes a whole lot of sense, because where we are insecure and where we are emotionally challenged, that means the door, there's a portal, there's a door that's wide open. And that's the door that this energy can sashay through. I'm getting to the solution in the process in just a minute. Now we're here at root tree number 2. This is my favorite tree of all time, because you can actually see how strong these roots are. And that's really a metaphor for the strength that comes from staying connected to our roots. So I want you to go ahead, as you look at these powerful roots, and go ahead and make your second wish, everyone. Okay, take a moment here and just go ahead and make your second wish. I'm going to stop too. I made my second wish, and I have another good feeling that that wish is going to come true as well. So, you know, now that we have a deeper understanding about how these low vibration thoughts hook to us, you know, when we're inside of relationships or living our life, it may be things that we want to get done, and we just feel blocked. Now that we have a deeper understanding, I want to get further into the solutions. You know, because at the end of the day, after we get hooked, there's a battle that happens. And this battle is between our core, because in our core, you know, we don't need to struggle for the truth. We know what that is. But inside of us, there's a battle that takes place. That is between the core of our truth and the lie and the manipulation of the lie. And that war is fought from the inside out. And this is why the disempowered states make us feel so tired. Because what happens is you're warring. You are inside of a war within yourself, and it's no different from a war that's fought on any battlefield. You're going to get exhausted. So I'm going to give you a formula. Let's call this a high caliber weapon in the area of emotional management, mental health, and uplifting your spiritual health as well. I'm going to give you some very succinct steps to fully make your way out of the disempowering states you find yourself in. And this program and what I'm about to share, it's less about finding strength, and it's more about the disciplining yourself to stay seated in awareness. Okay, more than half the battle when we're having this kind of discussion is understanding what is going on with you and grabbing hold to the tools to support yourself. You don't need to stay in those disempowered states, no matter how long this has been going on for you. That's what I'm here to tell you. I've dealt with this stuff most of my life. I know about battling low energies, dark influences, and I'm telling you how you win. That is not standing still. It's not feeling sorry for yourself. That is not how you win this. How you win this is getting out here, fully understanding that you're here on this planet. You know, you are a child of God, the creator of all creation. You weren't meant to sit here and suffer. You know, these things can happen just to bring us closer into closer community, learn more about ourselves, strengthen our relationship with the creator of all creation, because through these tools, it's like, I'll show you what I can do. The tools exist, but it's like you got to start using them. So here it is. And I want to share with you how this formula was revealed to me. And those of you who've watched the channel for a time, you know that I'm a woman in this world, and I go through my own ups and downs. Not a religious woman. I don't go in for the dogma of it all, but feel a very close connection with God and my angels, and I hope you're cultivating a connection that makes sense for you. And so oftentimes, and this has been the case for many, many years, revelation will come in between my waking and sleeping hours, and I will get up and I will jot the information and the formulas down, and I go ahead and share them with you. So the formula that I'm going to give you, to the very best of my core and my heart and my truest knowing, is that it just comes from the most positive and divine source. So here we go. I'm going to ask you to get your pen, stop the video, get your pen and paper out if you don't have it, because you're going to want to record this so you can go right into the elevation, my friends. You can go right into the healing, okay? Step number 1, whatever you are dealing with, whatever cycle you want to break, it may be a toxic relationship that you want to break loose from. The relationship may not be toxic. It may be okay, but you have a certain thought pattern that you've interjected into the mix that's debilitating for you. Okay? It may be a habit that you want to get away from. Okay? It may be a circumstance that you want to shift the pattern. It may be something where you want to reset. Oh, Sheila, I want to reset my thought pattern. I want to reset my relationship. Here's the good news. This formula is going to work for you all the way around. The formula in and of itself will work for any level of disempowerment that you are experiencing. Here's the steps, and then I'm going to share an example of how I used it for my ultimate success, and we'll work it that way. So step number 1, write this down. You want to list, you got to get clear on what the lie is. Okay? Because in order to deal with the lie, you have to know what it is. You're not going to stay in a house of mirrors if you know this is false. I don't even believe this. So there is power in identifying the lies. You're going to list the lies, that you've been entertaining, okay? Number two, you're going to refute the lies strongly. And then you're going to replace the lies with your core foundation statement of truth. Okay? And then I'm going to give you a mindset technique to overlay with this and tell you how often you need to work this. So for myself, I found myself inside of a relationship. I wanted to keep the relationship, but what I was doing, I had brought my own baggage, my own stuff, my own toxicity to it, my own lies, and my own insecurities. So as you know, the insecurities, what did we say? That is an open door. That is an open door for dark energies, lower vibrational energies to hook in and really do a number with your permission, because you have to give permission, do a number on your mental health and well-being. So lie number one, the first lie I was entertaining, I can't believe someone like this is interested in me. I can't believe this person is interested in me. Think about the sadness of that statement. I can't believe this person is interested in me. That already put this individual on a pedestal, which, by the way, no one has any business being on, but this person certainly didn't. So I had to state that lie and be honest with myself. That's what I was entertaining, the lie. I can't believe someone like this is interested in me. And that had to do with my own insecurities, faulty programming. Secondly, refute the lie. Refute the lie. Next statement, that is a lie. That is a doggone lie. This person is not superior. And then C, what did I have to do? I had to put in the statement of my core truth. Statement C, this is a human being with good traits and bad traits, walking in the world. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? So you got statement A, B, and C. The next lie. My happiness is linked to this person. My happiness is linked to this person. I had to refute that. That is a lie. I refute that lie. My avenues to happiness are vast and wide. I refute that lie. Okay? And C, I had to determine my statement of core truth. This was my statement of truth to deal with that lie. This is a person who is exciting and brings me a spark of joy for various reasons, and that's all. That is all. To them, I give my interest for the moment. All circumstances are subject to change based on how I'm treated. My sanity, my worth, my value, my dignity are mine. Nothing will compromise those. They are my gifts from God. So do you see? You create the list of lies. You make a statement to refute it. And then you replace all of that with your core statement of truth. How often should you do this? My suggestion is 4 to 6 times a day. 4 to 6 times a day. It's not going to take you more than 2 to 5 minutes to really get into this list. 4 to 6 times a day. For how long? For as long as it takes. For some of you, it may be 2 weeks. For some of you, it may be 2 months. For some of you, it may be longer. You come up against these lies with the power of the truth. And by the way, when we're talking about time frames, one of the biggest mistakes that people make, you don't stay at this stuff long enough. You have to really get in here to decondition that garbage. If you doubt for 1 minute the power of repetition and working this muscle, ask yourself how you got into this stuff in the first place. You got into this toxic garbage because you're sitting there and going over it day in and day out, this garbage in, garbage out. It has everything to do with repetition. I'm telling you that right now. You touch it and then you get away from it. If you just go to the gym once every 2 months, what do you think that's going to do? You see the results in your muscles by working it every day. Get into this stuff. It works. And then lastly, this is my favorite part. And I love this technique to overlay the formula I gave you, because quite frankly, the tools of our minds, everyone, is extremely powerful. It's extremely powerful. And we just don't use it enough. The mind works on images and likes to complete the pictures and move toward the pictures that we place in it. So to overlay this strategy and work, what I'd like you to do, let's put some humor into it, some levity, and I want you to create an image of yourself. Preferably it should be something fun. If you don't feel like working with the tool of humor, you don't have to, but I just like to play with things and have fun. So create a powerful image of yourself conquering this disempowering energy or belief. So for the particular circumstance that I was dealing with, what I did, I saw myself as this gorgeous, full figure mermaid. Because you all know I'm not a skinny mini. I'm a full figure woman, proud of it. So I saw myself as this gorgeous mermaid sitting on a rock